Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday, the 23rd of December. With Luke as our Advent reading, we read chapter 23 today, which it describes the trial and crucifixion and burial of Jesus. Interesting reading 2 days before Christmas, the eve of Christmas Eve, because what it does is it reminds us that the whole Christmas story is only there because of the cross. Jesus came to earth in order that he might go to the cross. That's where the whole story finally finds its focus. But in this chapter, as I was reading it, we're told that Pontius Pilate, in trying Jesus, wasn't convinced of the accusations made against him. And when he heard that he was from Galilee, he sent him off to King Herod, who had jurisdiction over Galilee. We're told in verse 8, when Herod saw Jesus, he was greatly pleased, because for a long time he'd been wanting to see him. From what he had heard about him, he hoped to see him perform a sign of some sort. Now, we had been told earlier in Luke's Gospel that Herod wanted to see Jesus. When the stories about him spread and people were saying he's a prophet or possibly John the Baptist come back to life, Herod was intrigued and he wanted to see Jesus, but he couldn't get round to it. Now he can see him face to face. And when he wants to have a sign, I don't think he is wanting some kind of entertainment, do a miracle for us, but far more that I've heard these stories about you. Are they true? Can you actually do what the people say you've been doing? Is this just rumor, or is there some fact in it? And if you can perform those kind of signs, that'll help me to understand who you are. So Herod was pleased to meet Jesus because he wanted his questions answered. He didn't want to meet Jesus for who Jesus was. And as we prepare for Christmas, I think there are a number of people who are quite happy to have Jesus for what they want, and much less happy to have Jesus for what Jesus wants. And Jesus wants us. Jesus wants all of us. Jesus wants everything about us. And so often we're not so happy with that idea. We want Jesus for what he can do for me. And it actually should be the other way around. So as you go to Christmas, recognize not everybody that is interested in Jesus will be interested for the right reason. As we talk about Jesus at Christmas, not everyone will receive it with the grace necessary. But pray that people, when they hear about Jesus, when they begin to find out about Jesus, will not be like Herod, but will actually be open to receiving Jesus for who he is and for what he does and for what he represents. And in that way, they will be blessed and Jesus will be glorified. Be blessed.